girl, her daughter.
Wow.
How do we what?
How do we kiss under the tree?
Under the tree.
Yeah, so it means that in their school there's a tree there that they go and kiss. That the teachers don't be aware.
How you kiss for 300 back then? A tree. How can you even kiss in public? 8 years.
Yes.
Under the tree. This is more than Tom Sawyer. In Nanofiano, Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer. I don't.
You see? So look at the age. But because the child has a phone, I went to a friend's house and I was sitting there for 2 hours. Maybe for 2 hours, the daughter at 9 was on the phone. Even come and eat. She doesn't want to come and eat. The daughter at 9, a phone. And I asked the mother, who is she talking to? He said, a friend in school. I said, how dare you? And that is what it is, gadgets. Have you watched cartoons very well?
They don't realize, huh?
That 3 o'clock in Ghana, everybody TV showing cartoons. Have you watched the cartoons they show? The kissing, the caressing, the love languages in cartoons. Have you taken your time to watch as fathers? So the world we are living in, maybe after our time, we will not have anybody to replace us because we are doing zookeeping and poultry farming. There's no parenting anymore. If there's parenting, your son cannot. My father's car key, even the car door, Agbele, I don't even know how to open the car door. There was no press. You can't put the key in the hole.
I have a question. How many of you believe?
If you hear someone say I stole my father's car
coming again?
to go and do some jam
How many of you believe he's coming
it's a
and he's a white
measurement of
man?
the tie and whatever.
Hey, no more.
If you believe he's
Listen, those times you thief your father in car, the person can get flat tire for Awudome. According to the story, as he was changing the flat tire, ghost approach him. The ghost scare him. He tell the ghost say make you chuck it. If you know the owner of the car, if you know if he help him, make it go. That was the listen. Nowadays you can't even walk at Awudome. But that was the fear.
Yeah.
First of all, you thief the car.
Yeah.
There's a time the car has to get back.
Charlie!
How you make sure he gets there and you pray that the man doesn't get up for some strange reason at dawn because they say some thief is around.
Charlie.
Where is the car? Two things. One is not going to stay in the house.
Yes.
The car will come back.
Yes.
Where you go pass go.
That was a time that when somebody gives you money, you have to go and report because the next time they see your mother, hey, it's a what thing? Yeah, could be like me. Yeah, 50 pesos could get
The beating. It was like an accounting firm.
It was. No, it was like.
Yeah, it was an accounting
You should
firm.
be accountable, so you cannot be a thief in government.
Yeah.
So the thieves in governance check their records. There was no parenting. It's zookeeping and poultry farm. Now. They spoke to us with eyes. The current children, when you blink your eye for them to sit down, Mommy, you are eyeing me. Mommy, you are eyeing me. Whilst you are sitting there with my mom and they brought food they want to serve you, and she's talking and smiling, and they're asking you, she's told you.
Come on, look, and tennis, robot tennis here.
Oh, it's worse, baby. My mother is talking to Mr. Bolton like this. That when the woman asks, hey, never yani, she's giving you the signal, into. And we say, into. But we've not eaten.
No.
And the way she says it, it's just a body language. She's sitting and talking to Mr. Bolton. And they say we should come and eat. And she turns the chair like this. Hey, you know what it means? What the?
Carry go.
And what the? That sign is there. It's non-negotiable. When the door is knocked, no child runs to the door. Every child runs inside. But the current record, you knock the door and the child comes and go and give your profile to the one. He's casually that man who talks plenty on the TV. And the one who says it's your friend whose wife came back the children will give the rundown. I say, we are not parenting. We are doing zookeeping and poultry farming. And these are future husbands. These are future wives. These are future radio presenters. This is why you can have a radio presenter sitting on TV speaking loose. Oh, I slept with a 13-year-old girl some years ago when she was in GSS 3. No. The mouth is a seal. And I blame some of us, the men of God, because when we came, when they want to name a child, they do water and appetition. And the interpretation was that they are all white and they are all in the same bottle. Ke onadan, ke modan. Ko na nuwe, kemonu. No na kaya malo dasi. It means that you can see plain water in the bottle, but it could be hypertension. But we change it to honey and water. One is brown, one is white. So look at the generation we are building. So now that a car can drive itself, what cannot be done? It's strange. I'm looking at Elon Musk recently. He's not doing robot that can do laundry at home. Robot that you can send to town. So after the redeployment,
That makes drinks for you as well.
yes, drink. They have missed a drink for you.
Yeah.
And so, Bibi, think loud. It's not affecting women. I keep repeating. It's not affecting women. It's affecting who? Men.
Boss, give us something. Because sooner or later, a machine will be playing what you are playing.
Oh, it's already going on.
Yeah. In fact, I saw one where they put it, there's this machine they put in public, gave it a guitar, and the first stringing, something to calm us down. We got a tapateo in the house. In fact, we'll have to start drinking something because, Charlie, it's Christmas, and we're supposed to be thinking about Christmas, but this is the reality. That after Christmas, we'll still be looking at us in the face. We got something from our man, Fifi. And,
Baby, don't worry about a thing. Cause every little thing has gotta be alright. Baby, don't worry about a thing. Cause every little thing
gotta
be alright.
It's also possible. It's very possible.
Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds, each by my doorsteps.
One door.
Singing sweet songs,
No AI.
And the melody of pure and true.
say this is
My
a
message to you.
Baby, don't worry
Ba-na-na-na-na.
about the thing. Cause every little thing has gotta be alright.
Charlie, make we see the action for the
Baby,
studio.
don't worry
Ba-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum.
about a thing.
Ba-ni-no-no-no-no.
Cause every little
Every little thing
gotta be alright.
gotta be alright.
Rise
Rise
up
up this morning.
With the rising sun. If you come on, shake.
Three little birds,
1, 2, 3.
each by my doorstep.
It's possible.
Singing sweet songs,
The melody
singing.
This is my message to you. Man, Charlie, I don't know, but I dey feel today, but I don't know if it's the last one. But Mr. Bolton, this guy did all this wild way. Boss, we will misuse you if you don't mind. Sorry. In fact, we are going to misuse ourselves.
He can play at
Man,
Oh, that's okay.
so as of now, we're still tapateoing ourselves. The drinks going around, and as it's good. About one more. As we right now there. Ow.
Yes, the rabbi sold out
to the merchant
ship. Made it after they took I from the bottomless pit. But my head was made strong by the hands of the Almighty. We forward in this generation, triumphantly. One you heard us sing the song of freedom. All I ever heard, redemption song. redemption song. Thank you.
Emancipate yourself from mental slavery.
Not by ourselves kept free our mind.
Have no fear for atomic energy. Cause not them I cannot stop at the time. How long shall they kill our prophets
While we stand aside and look,
some
say that's a part of it. We gotta fulfill the blue. What you heard the songs of freedom. It's all I ever heard. Redemption song. Redemption song. Redemption song. Redemption song.
Charlie, man. For all you know, we'll start a night train band where we will do shifts, a 24-hour night train band. The team that will play in the morning will be different from the team that will play in the afternoon. So the golden track, the golden shift. Cause I'm okay, me again. Oh, gold, we are
Oh, but at least you have a mission. And it's
with
possible.
a mission. Oh, you mean
It's possible,
this mission seems to be very impossible.
but it's invisible.
Hey.
But maybe you see, I have a problem. And it's like every time I sit, people don't get my problem. My problem is I'm worried for men.
In fact, someone said I should ask you, this men situation, how is it connected to the born ones and born twos?
Very good question.
Who says a very good question? Bono care. In fact, Lenny can be both. So where's the camera?
So my question is that I keep asking myself, how far can a born one mother go? Yesterday I had a show and when I finished, I had 7 men calling me, grown-up men in tears. You can imagine a man who has been stopped 300 meters away from where the child is by court. The mother doesn't want the man to come 300 meters away from where the child is. And if you dare try, you'll be jailed.
Hey.
Oh, Bibi. Bibi, gone are the days where you're living in Amantra and your child is in Castle. And you can decide to pass there without a law. Now the laws are favoring women and children. So when these men spoke to me, each of them are going through an ordeal of looking for the opportunity to have access to their own children. One said he met the son, and the son just bypassed him.
Hey.
That's his son.
Away, you know, say that be father. You know.
No, he say no. When he called him, and the friend said, your daddy just called you. He said, no, he's no more my daddy.
Hey.
He said immediately, he's no more my daddy. Yeah, maybe that's the term. And the other one said the man just took 3 children. I divorced my wife and we have 3 kids. I just realized that the man who just married my wife has named my 3 kids as his.
Under which law and on what
It's
premises?
What women can do, God cannot even do. The garden was okay until they brought a woman. They are good. But Adam has never lost his identity and his whereabouts. Can you imagine that Adam and Eve were with God and they listened to God. But when the serpent came, Eve listened to her and Adam to listen to her. A man is focused when he's not married. Any married man is defocused. So those of you who are not married, be excited. But if your man lives on earth and you don't get married, Among all men, you are useless because you've not experienced what. Oh, but you see, the word useless is use but less. And useful means use in full. So don't be offended if you are listening to me. But what I'm saying is that we have lost our identity as men. So, born one, born two. And you have the people who say that I'll show him a lesson.
Yes, where from is it a female thing? Anger knows no.
Yeah. And some can curse you. Some can pronounce. I ask myself, if you break up with me and say that you wish I get mad, okay, so I'm not dead. Then you marry BB. And I'm living according to your curse. So you get to really good traffic lights. And here am I standing there. And every mad person, no matter how psychological, insane, or as funny face, you can still identify the old faces and then the new faces.
God forgive.
So all of a sudden, I see you there. This is Janet. Where you're with BB now. Then I come to your glass. Jane. I'm living according to your madness. How do you feel? Who is a father? I keep asking every day. A father is not a man who is paying fees. It's not a man who is paying fees. It's not a man who is coming to put a child to sleep. But it's a man who gave you that sperm because you know that they say before you were a clot of blood, I knew you. So it is about a DNA. That's why till today we are not able to find a maternity, but it's paternity. Baby, it's dangerous for us men. What do? Look for the money. Give them the money. That is all. Go, anybody listening to me, ask your wife you are living with. In this marriage, what have you gotten? They will tell you nothing.
Yeah,
surely number one. I'm saying, what you've not heard it before.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
We're talking about a woman that you are dying. Everything you have is for her. But still, then even with the children they've had, and so they force you to die. And now
when does that thinking? Is it something put in minds by mothers? Is it a pass on? Is it a pamphlet or
so
it's?
I have come after study for some time. I realized that my wife and my mother are the same.
I need to drink to that. I know I and my father are one. You mean my wife and my mother are one?
They're the same. No difference. Who is my mother? My mother is Mrs. Lutua because my father married her from a different clan and brought her. Who's my wife? My wife is Mrs. Lutua because I married her and brought her. So your mother-in-law and your mother are the same.
Imported.
So they are us ex-official members, co-opted members of the family. So they don't have the Lutua blood in them. So their behavior is the same. But when they hijack the family, recently, Perez, look at what Perez's mother-in-law did. Traditionally insane. Stupidity in the acts of tradition. That they will marry your daughter, give you nyeshamobo, what is deserving for a mother-in-law. Carry it from your house, walk to a radio station, sit in front of a small boy who doesn't know tradition, and tell them these are the things they gave you. And you are coming to show it in public. Gave you 300 Ghana cedis, gave you 3 bottles of malt, 4 bottles of beer, Fanta, and money. Because the man marrying your daughter, you don't know. How dare you know the one marrying your daughter? Marriage is contracted by fathers, not mothers. That's why in the tradition, when you are going to marry, mothers don't go, fathers don't go. I mean, the insane culture that we have diluted is where you see men sitting and receiving marriage. Men don't receive marriage. They send you and you come and report. So when the things are given in public, they bring it inside because the fathers are those who gave the list. This is what we are demanding from you, so we give our daughter to you.
Who gives the list?
It is the family of the woman, not the mother's side. But now we have women who have collected children from fathers, and they are collecting bride price on behalf of their daughters. So your father is an ewe, your mother is an Ashanti. So you are an ewe. So when they are going to pay your bride price, the tradition that must be followed is an ewe tradition. But because your mother's anger, they are preparing for you an Ashanti tradition. Such women, when you marry them, you collapse and you become useless men. No man will ever survive in marrying a woman without the father's blessing. I repeat.
Somebody said, You
joke with it. So this what this woman did is the biggest curse. And she's saying that the father just called her behind the scene because most of the guns are becoming stupid people in this country. And my people guns are luchon. Where did we start? Sweet mother, women, I'm not going to forget you for it. Then Ochame to Mojilami, I check your neighbor Hishamobu. It's not done. All the things that is given, we collect all and go and give it to the fathers. They gave the list to cross-check and see whatever they requested, so they give their daughter out is present. Then they call their daughter in front of the fathers. Alote, oblan ba fo ini, ni bi nam ke ba de wo hello then the ring is fixed on you by your auntie before you come out. Rings are not fixed in public for pastors to come and make noise and pray.
Hey. Please. Pause. Mr. Bolton, you are of royal blood. Is this father thing also part of the tradition, or is just we, the Ghana people, who are holding it Choboye? Or at your end, Mr. Bolton is actually the late Atamil's chief. You know that? The late president. Yeah. In those days, if Atamils goes there, he has to go and see him and greet him.
Wow.
This studio is heavy today, not be small. Yeah, Otuam. That be the king, the chief. Yeah. You want land at Otuam? Let's possibilize the in your era, your space. Is it similar?
We are Akans.
Okay.
Right. So it's kind of there's kind of a parallel system.
Okay.
Right, in that you inherit from your mother's side.
Oh, matrilineal.
Yes, matrilineal. So the previous chief was my grand uncle from my mother's side.
Okay.
You understand? So technically, my children have no claim to the throne. They're not even from Otuam.
Okay.
My wife is from Pepiasi. So that's why for a very long time, for years, they tried to get me to marry a second wife from Otuam.
Okay.
Because they don't recognize my children as being from Otuam. And even if they were from Otuam, they are inconsequential because they have no claim to the throne. You understand? There's no claim to the throne. It will be rather my cousin's children, possibly my sister's children.
Okay.
You know, when I say cousin, female cousin. So there's that, but then as chief, you are effectively holding all the power. Yeah, so that's why I say it's kind of a parallel system. So the king makers themselves are the women. Yeah, but then when they have installed you, then they will give you all of the respect and power that comes along with the stool. So until you die or abdicate or are destooled for whatever reason, you assume the power in totality. Yeah. Okay. But then once you're gone, that's it. Your line is cut. Your line is cut.
There's so much that is hidden. Our tradition and culture. Councillor, tradition, culture, is it at risk? Is it becoming extinct? Is it dying?
It's not dying. We are not passing the information on. That's a problem.
Mm-hmm. But that's killing it.
Yeah.
If you don't pass it on, you are killing it.
So because those of us who, I learn these things. I learn it. You know why there's so much chaotic situation in the gas to issue? Mm-hmm. Because it's patrilineal.
Oh. Okay.
The Ashanti kingdom realized that when a woman is pregnant, everybody will see. And that is why they started going towards that line. So on you, so your bar. Obi anyama ye hu. Ba bibi wawo wo choko. Wawo wo nkran. So how many children am I producing? All of them we fighting. That is why you can see that the girls too. They are fighting. Because it's men. And I've said this, and let it be on record, that very soon our stool will be occupied by a Nigerian.
Is it some sort of line that threats with people with where it is the men who fight for the stool? Because
Yes.
other places are also coming into mind.
Everywhere that the men are, because men, you're wappiting. And as I said, in 1 month, I can have 4 women having children for me.
Yeah.
So look at the gone are the days. You see, and our fathers understood it. I alote la, alote choco, alote osu, alote ashiama, alote ashiama.
This is like agriculture. This is a seed.
They're spreading the seed.
Spreading the seed.
So when it comes to, if it's a king, that somebody must sit in the stool after he's dead. Be like it can be like no you know look back. That's the issue. But if it's one woman who just gave birth, well, like when you mean, that is why they are. It's not that their chieftaincy is better than her own, but because they do a mahono, and they are saying you're clean. But you're pity. That's our problem.
We are more polygamous.
You understand again?
You mean the pitiability is the problem with
It's the male.
It's
the male spreading.
Yeah.
So we have to understand our culture. But in each of them, mind you, even where the women are the custodian, the blessing are from the fathers. No woman can bless. That is why any child that is taken care of by just the mother becomes useless in town. Anybody who says my mother took care of me, I give you that long rope, you become useless at the end. Because there's something about the fathers that when you miss, you won't get it again. And those of you who have believed in Bible story, the prodigal son, he made a statement. He said, even in my father's house, servants don't eat this. So there should always be a father's house. But look at women today. A young man died in this country and went to pour libation to look for the soul. And I believe in those things. I had my position as the Reverend Minister. When they poured a libation, the soul didn't come. Because they were mentioning the wrong name. Then the young man's father's people came from Takrady. And they came to mention his indigenous name. When they poured a libation, they had the spirit coming up to tell her what is right. Then I asked how. They said, no, this is his father. And this is where he's coming from. The mother took him by anger and changed the name in Accra. And all of you call him by that name. Now he has come to marry and he's writing, the wife is writing the mother's name.
What a destroyer.
Yeah. And he has 2 kids now. The 2 kids are writing the mother's name. One anger from the mother. One anger. If you love a child, you will not disconnect the child from the father. No matter how useless the father is. So there are girls today who doesn't want to show their children who their father was, because by then they were not slave queens. By then they were not who they are today. When those men had them. But my question is, you meet Alote is having sexual intercourse with you. It's not every act of sex that we're expecting to have babies out of them. So when you decide to catch it as a ball and you want to keep the ball, definitely I'll tell you, Charlie. And so the first reaction is, no, me, Charlie. Or terminate it or something. It's not me. And once you tell a woman not me, you are finished. They will pollute that child. Today you know your father. When your father impregnated me, I was 21 years old, about to enter the nursing training, and he told me it's not his. Today that I've finished taking care of you and you are what you are, you want to go to, if you go to your father, don't call me again as your mother. You will suffer, you will die. So that fear and panic in the children. How can a boy meet the father and bypass the father? if you are listening to me and marry any guy who doesn't have connection with the father, I'm telling you, suffer in the marriage. So, baby, this issue, we look at it like something light. But let's be careful that fathers are bleeding. Fathers are asking for, a man said he sent money to the wife. They're no more. So take out my child. The woman sent the money back to her 15 times. She comes out here. Mr. Nis cannot send him, mommy. Mr. Nis cannot send him back. Constantly.
Why?
I don't want to do it. I don't need anything from you to take over our child. I can do it myself. Then the sister came in. So he was in Holland. Then the sister said, "What's your pa?" So the sister collected for 12 years. Now the woman is done. They're not all yet the share. So when they came, say, these are the records. I sent it to your sister. They asked the sister, "See me, this also on pay." Now they said that you go to court, the sister should refund the money.
In which tense?
Just yourself. I'm begging women who single parenting. I don't know how you can be single by having sex with a tree.
I don't know why Guardians of the Galaxy came into my head.
You and your movie. You?
No, the tree.
What's his name? What's his name?
I forgot it. Oh, Groot.
Baby, it's painful. Let's sit up. And men, when I hear they say a man is not responsible, I ask myself, who is not a responsible man? Is it those of us who will go to work and our wives will tell our children, Daddy will not see you before you sleep. Go and sleep. Your father doesn't stay at home every time he's roaming. Or is it those of us who are blessed by side chicks, who are part of the marriage game? Because a man who lives long is a man who lives with more than one wife. So who are those?
I don't know, but I have to clap. It's the clapping
because the
sounds.
person made a statement, and he didn't extend the conversation. He said, "This is why they said I have to marry from," and they don't joke with it; they mean it because of the continuation of procreation. But here am I. I'm the firstborn son of the sixth wife of my father.
Wow.
Then my wife is in church praying against polygamy. Hey, baby, you understand what I'm saying? If somebody could have prayed against polygamy, will you get a handsome man like me to marry?
I beg, give us one track. Give us one track. This one sounds like I don't want to pray in vain, but listen, I don't know how to describe tonight's episode, but it's a very last one before we cut off for the year 2024. Fifi is going to drop something, and when we come back, Tapateo, how are we drinking this Christmas? I beg you, give us a quick rundown of what we should expect. All the foreigners who come in, the daddies, the single mothers, what they should be drinking. And we need all of that from you. Let's take it away, my brother, Mr. Fifi.
So this song is called Count on Me, and it's one of the songs on my upcoming EP next year.
Wow.
It's called Count on Me.
Okay.
Stay with me another day in love. At last I found the woman I belong. Where my summer boat, a million years and more. Even in the grave, this love will keep on burning. Say, sunshine, make I feel. Baby, I'm free. Know this, that you care. Count on me, my baby. Count on me every day. Count on me, my baby. Count on me every day. Baby, I will always be your lover. Your love has blinded me, call me Steve Wonder. In jolly Massimo, 1,000 years and more. Even in the grave, this love will keep on burning. Say, sunshine, make I feel. Baby, I'm for real. Know this, that you can count on me, my baby. Count on me every day. Count on me, my baby. Count on me every day. Count on me, my baby. Count on me every day. Count on me, my baby. Count on me every day.
I almost insulted auto-tune. Yeah. How do you keep this voice? Because there's no, this is raw, untouched, unedited, this be unplugged.
Yeah.
How do you keep this voice?
So I keep singing all the time and practicing, constant practicing and singing will keep the voice. And sometimes to some how do you call it? Some ethics also help to keep your voice, like but maybe not too much cold things and also yeah and also taking in more fruits can help.
There's one we are waiting for. Yeah.
No licking or something.
Is it true what he?
Oh, it's true.
You shouldn't be going down. You shouldn't be.
It's true.
Tomaroma, no Tomaroma. Nabu naka kanyo kore akelemo.
It's not true. If you lick, you have good voice. That is why all good worshippers are good lickers, like the Jumetals and then. Yes.
Do you say boot lickers or good lickers?
No, good lickers like those Tafibomsky. I mean, Listowells. They are good at singing.
Listowell too is part of the.
No, they lick so well. They lick so well.
Lick so well.
Yeah, lick so well.
What can we drink to lick?
I'll leave that one for my senior man. That one, I will leave that one to my senior.
Okay, what are we licking this Christmas? I mean, what flavors are we playing with?
All right, so when it comes to Christmas, we need to expect more of like apples, like cinnamons, a little bit of like whiskey, but it should need to be like expensive whiskeys, like a single malts, blended Scotch whiskeys. That is to relax yourself. If it's like a ladies after eating something, you need to have some Bailey's chocolatey stuffs to help. Just it's not every single dessert or drinking that you need to really drink. That's not too much. Drink responsibly. Drink a lot of water because the whole system has changed. The harmattan has taken place, so we're going to have a lot of like dry season. We're going to dehydrate, so we need to hydrate more. And so eat fruits, eat more vegetables, some proteins, and then the carbohydrates should be down. And also, if we can, we should exercise because the whole system is going to change. A lot of party. So you're going to lose a lot of sweat, like a lot of water. So you need to have more of that happening. But drink responsibly. Yeah.
You should do a master's class on drinking. Allah. No, you know what? I've never heard a barman tell me that Charlie be Hamatano. So if it be so, how many shots? The question is how many shots? What you go drink? You're saying because of the weather, we should a lot more fruits.
Water, like fruits, vegetables, more water, and also we should not drink too much. That is not. Drinking is not about having a lot of alcohol in the system. It's experience. That is it. When you want to drink, it's not getting drunk and then you don't know what is happening. But it's just a moment. Someone could win a contract who feel like having a very expensive whiskey. Someone also might lose somebody who feel like having just a very like medium whiskey to just console himself or herself. It's basically about the moment. So you need to have a lot of experience aspect. It's not just drinking. Yeah.
Mr. Tapateo, how do I communicate this to the generation that would drink whiskey, smoke hashish, do shisha after do edibles,
Yeah.
then take a balloon. How do I convince that it's an experience? Because this is beyond experience.
Yeah.
How do you? How do we keep it in the experience, not beyond the
I would
experience?
say that it depends on the bars and restaurants that they also go.
Okay.
Because those bars that you are talking of, that they have those balloons, that is nitrogen. And nitrogen, naturally, it's not good for the human body. So if you are consuming nitrogen, that is very, very bad. You are killing yourself.
Is nitrogen within inside?
Yes.
Nitrous oxide.
Yeah.
Laughing gas.
Yes. So it's just going to...
The dentist.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's more of like not good because of the type of bars. Yeah, I'll go to...
Wait.
You know the thing about nitrous oxide. Not just that.
Yeah.
To have an erection,
Yeah.
that's the primary purpose of nitrous oxide.
Right.
Once it's in your blood, without nitrous oxide, you can't have an erection. Your body produces it naturally, so they are now heightening everything.
So wait, Mr. Bolton, you can't get an erection. The girls, what erection are they looking for with the balloon?
And they too, they
Cliff erection. Okay, sorry. Okay. How did I just say that? No, forgive me. So do you have drinks for erection?
Oh, sometimes we have customers or guests telling us, I want to have a good time today with somebody. I want you to make sure. But you need to find out what a person really wants to do. Because I could say, okay, I can make you a drink. But obviously, everybody's system also have certain time to have alcohol to start working, to make the person feels like, okay, I'm getting there. You could be, let's say, a gin person, but a gin person wouldn't really have that sort of enjoyment having a whiskey cocktail that I know it will help you to have that stuff. We have something that in the bars we use that is like a special bitters. We call it Angostura. It's a German bitters. They use more than 57 herbs to do it. And the rule is no more than 3, no less than 2. It's not for erection, but because of a lot of herbs and spices are in there, you have to drink it like in the old fashioned. We have like a cocktail that's old fashioned. It does not really give that sort of momentum. It just takes you time. That is why a lot of elderly people even like drinking Campari or some of the, like we call like a mainstream bars will be drinking like something like Madingo.
Madingo, yeah.
Because they feel like those herbs and stuff. But when it comes to those things, it's not just the alcohol. If you want to have a good time with a lady or a woman, it's here. It's not the alcohol only. The alcohol will just give you a little bit of like you don't want to feel shy. You want to go extremely to a point that you're not feeling. You don't want to feel sober. You want to get like that. But at the time, you need to know that it's very short. So those things they tell us. I've had an incident that a customer has given me a specific stuff to use to make a drink. That is like a Spanish fly. Because there was a lady who he has tried to convince to have a lot of things with, but the ladies has not. And then he go like, you know what, bro, do this for me. I'm going to give you this. And I told her, you know what, I know what I'm doing and I know my ethics. So I wouldn't go beyond because I don't want to lose my license for bartending because for me to attain my bar license wasn't in Ghana, in the States. So all those sort of education and everything that I've invested, I would not let you use your 100 cities, 50 cities to dent my image. And if it goes wrong and they go to the hospital, something is being found like that. If it's just anybody and he needs to go to, like say, jail for 5 years, I might go like 25 years. Because I know much more about spirits, alcohol, anything concerning stuff, I know more. I know the scientific aspect of it. So I don't need to help people to get those things. So we are very strong when it comes to the type of bars that we work at and also how to educate the customers too.
Help me out here. Now you made you know you've put masters and degrees into the drinking now. So let's look at it. What advice would you give to young ladies who would be going out this Christmas with everything you're saying right now? If I'm a father or an uncle, what should I tell my young niece who's going out? What should they watch out for to avoid this whole thing of you get up one day and something has happened to you, but you can't recollect the face, you can't recollect what happened.
So if you go out, stay away from alcohol. If you want to have alcohol, have it in the house. Secondly, any drink that you have, don't leave the cup or the glass at the place. When you forget, when you come back, change the glass. Don't use the same glass again. Because you wouldn't know the moments that a person drop whatever he needs to drop it.
Do you understand what you say?
When you
we
use
empty our glass. With most people when go into the washroom, they drink or
and leave
glass.
glass.
Don't use it.
So they come back to meet an empty glass. But he's telling you that even the glass.
Don't use it.
Don't use it.
No.
They could still drop in something. You just
Yeah.
pour in another drink and
Yes.
back to square one.
So most people convince themselves that I didn't leave the drink.
But you left the
I poured a fresh drink. But he forgot that they
the
left
same cup. So whenever you go and come, change
Change it.
the glass,
Yes.
the cup.
Yeah, change it. Like the glass or cup, change it because you need to be on the safer side.
Hey, Charlie, you know say I know look this thing well. Oh. You know, like
So I'm saying our mind is we empty the glass because someone will dilute it. But when we come back, we drink from the same glass. And there are some of the things that we just really smell it at the
small,
mouth.
yeah.
Some of just smell at the mouth.
Any more advice? It's getting dangerous now.
All right. So for the youth of today, I think nightlife is getting into their head too much than trying to really stay focused about how the world is changing when it comes to everything. So they need to relax. You can party, but party responsibly. They should go away from drugs. Because a lot of them are using a lot of drugs, which some of us know what they are doing, but you need to have a way of talking to them. Sometimes they feel like you are trying to show them what they should do. But I always put myself in some of them, their shoes, that I have a younger brother, I have a younger sister, I have cousins and nephews. If I'm to see their lives going into that sort of state, how am I going to feel? So the whole thing, you can talk to them, but I think what we need to do is like charity begins at home. You need to know where you are coming from, where you're going, and where you are. Where you are coming from, where you are, and then where you're going.
Who you are.
Yeah.
Henyoje.
Yeah, you need to know.
If your house no be Dadaba house, don't go and pretend like you are Dadaba.
No. Yeah.
Boss, you need to find a lot more because it's scary. From what you said right now, just the cup issue. That you finish drinking and you think that, oh yeah, then you just leave that, then you go and come.
Yeah. even the shisha itself you're talking about.
Yes.
The tip, you don't need to use the same tip with somebody.
And they don't care. They use
Yeah.
it.
Because it's healing and inhaling. So there could be certain sicknesses within you, which you could be pulling out, it goes through. So obviously I'm sharing with you, share with
Everybody
you.
needs their pipe. If
Yeah, you need to
pipe,
have it.
Everybody
You need to have your
their
own
their
pipe.
mouthpiece.
You understand?
But they bring one
Yeah.
and then we are group.
You know, Charlie, we just need to pass it on. That is it. So it's all
I
like that.
thought shisha was banned in this
No,
country.
no, it's crazy. It's crazy now.
I thought it was banned.
No,
Mr. Bolton, we are in the.
no.
We need to cross over.
But it was banned.
No, no.
I think smoking in general, smoking in
No,
public.
shisha in particular was
It
banned.
does,
at
it's not
one
working.
point.
It's not working.
It was banned in all public spaces. It's not legal.
But it's there.
It's there. It's happening.
it's
In
now-
fact, I saw one somewhere.
They are everywhere. They are
Not everywhere.
They don't care.
That's it.
There's no proper party without shisha being part of it. There's
And almost all
proper
the
party.
You know,
Bars.
one shisha, I think if you do shisha for a short period of time, it's like smoking 20 or 40, yeah, like 100 sticks.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so concentrated.
Yes.
It's so concentrated.
Yeah.
Oh, shop! Kumo! Kumo!
And there's a young and a young one. I guess so. You go to a bar, you see 4 young girls sitting down.
Oh yeah.
There's no man among them.
No.
The girls.
No, it's
Now our girls are doing more than the
no.
boys.
What the ladies are doing in the bars and restaurant now, it's more like 10 times what the guys can do.
Hey!
I'm telling you,
How
like,
are you, Bibi?
because most of the
Oh,
time,
serious matter, they talk.
no, like, you want to leave here, I'm going to
I just
work.
go and sit and I'm watching.
When I
them.
go to work, last night I had about, I think today is Thursday, Tuesday. The bar we have 2 bars, in and outside bar. The outside bar just opposite me, I had about 6 girls sitting and just with one guy. What they had was about 4 bottles of whiskeys,
Hey.
1 bottle of tequila, and then the shisha was, each of them have shisha on their table. You get it? So even guys,
Who
when they
done,
come,
who done the whiskey?
the whiskey, the girls, they got it done simply.
Yeah, no, whiskey.
Oh,
No, back then, if you drink with it, there's a name, Gale. Is it Gale?
Gali.
You see, the generation we are.
No, like, but you've been there
No,
before.
I'm not some girl, they drink whiskey.
Yeah.
But in the gamble back then,
No.
yeah, but You know, if you finish one bottle, no.
So, no. What I'm saying is like, whiskey drinking is not just like whiskey drinking. You need to, people that drink whiskey, they really respect what they are drinking because what goes into whiskey production is a lot.
It's not even dry.
No, you don't just do. You take your time because a lot of flavors going through. Imagine making like drinking a Scotch whiskey that is being aged just in a barrel for 3 years. Some age 12 years, 15 years, 25 years. So you can't just pick up something and just dump it out. Brown spirits are expensive because the sort of human connections between it is very, very high. White spirit is something that you can just drink. And basically the young folks are the ones who drink white spirit. So they easily get like that. Very hyper. But when it comes to brown spirit, because it's mature, the characters are much more like delicate. You have like some rich flavors. So you want to consume it. You want to really have experience. You don't want to dump it. No. You don't need to dump it. You need to really have like a good time when it comes to the spirit, man. What has happened is it's a little bit scary for me. I would say scary, but a little bit scary if like parents don't help out. Parents need to help, they need to help out. Yeah.
Mr. Bolton, they say sometimes you don't know what to. If you can do anything for the devil to go like wow, then Charlie, you too did. Yeah. Boss, I drink before. That's a witness. You get me. We kept our heads to a certain level. He knows. That's why he's laughing. But the things you dey talk, me self are shocked. You know, this be like, hey, Yesu, it's to that level now.
I don't want to get something that happened that really freaked me out because Ghana is changing very fast. So a lot of things that is happening outside there, they bring it here.
You know why? I don't cut you. Do why? Gone are the days when there's anything out there until Mr. Bolton leaves UK and comes to Ghana. We don't know it.
Yeah. Or recorded video cassette or something. Even then there was nothing like that.
So until he comes to wear it here, until he comes to say, we don't know it. But now,
you take a phone, you're seeing it.
So you understand?
Yes.
So they can. We don't need him to travel back to Ghana to give us the experience.
Yeah. So what happens is
they just send experience to us.
What it is like as my senior brother said, they will send what is happening, the parties they've gone, what is happening, what they're doing there, and then my first time I saw something which was very scary was I saw one lady and one guy. And then they had 2 shots of tequila each on their table. And then one dumped, and then one of it, what they did was they put in a straw to try to sneeze it, and then they sip the rest.
Huh?
I'm telling you. To sneeze it, like they put a straw in there, like, through their nose, like that. And then they had to stop, and then they had it. And what happened that very day, one eye was that. And for me, what they did, I have tried it like about 15 years ago. Based on one of my boss who told me, like, have you done this? But I said, no, can I try? So there are certain life when you get to an age, you want to be daring. But if you are to know, you wouldn't get in that. If I had known, I would never, because literally when they did, I've seen it, I've done it before. Which one of my eye like that just was red the whole day. Because when you went to, I'm telling you.
I took the straw. I'm still trying to imagine.
So what they do is they put a straw in there, go close, and then they hold the other straw, press it. They're like sneezing there. So it's going to get straight like that.
I had the same thoughts.
Yeah.
Counselor,
It's
when
crazy.
you gave me the ginger powder, I had that same thoughts. What would happen if I sniffed?
No,
our older folks back then used to mix Conway and tobacco. There was something known as snot.
Yes.
Where you put.
Yeah.
But now you're saying tequila.
Oh, it's crazy.
In the nose.
It's crazy. It's
So
crazy.
it's like I think they've become numb to what's really happening in the world. So they need something extra to take them somewhere.
Yeah.
You know the one that fascinates me? It's when you see people and they are half asleep.
Yeah.
And it's like a pose, you get me? And then somebody gives them a slap. And then they get up, you know what? They get up coolly and they look around. and it's just like, I think at that point in time, all they hear is John Mahama reset. I mean,
So yesterday I was driving and there was this guy selling dog cheese, like the food, and then he just like this. What's the selling on the streets.
And
Guess one. What's the
if they fine,
He's not drunk.
No,
see,
Diaco.
no.
you know what? I bet he was seeing you this small in the car. You know, he couldn't see you properly. So
No.
how do we get out of this? Would it get better? I mean, it's not that bad, is it?
No, it's bad. It's bad. It's crazy.
Is there any way of resetting this?
For me, charity begins at home.
That's all.
Like the parenting needs to be firm.
Yes.
The
There's
outing
no
needs to
parenting anymore. It's
we need to
zookeeping and
limit
property
the outing. We need to give them all the things that we learned from our great grandfathers, our grandmothers,
forget it.
for them to understand like that is not. The world is changing, but it's better you have this life.
You see, you said something that charity begins at home.
Yeah.
But we don't have homes now.
That is,
I think we have buildings and people living in them and houses and a routine that looks like parenting.
Yeah.
But it's not. It looks like, but it's not.
so I can come in this. I lived with my grandmom for a lot of time. Like when I even started writing my name, I lived with my grandmom. So a lot of things that I learned from my grandmom, I always use that to instill in my kids. Because when my kids even sees me, and then I open my eyes, they know there's trouble.
So old school.
Yes.
I mean,
so when I open my eye, you know there's trouble. But it's not everything I will use the cane or the belt, I'll lay my hands on you. But constantly I remind you, do you remember the day that I did this to you? These are little things. Do you remember the day I didn't want to give you this because our parents were taking things that we love from us. My daddy, if you do something, he will give you your pocket money, not your money. At that time, there were a few people who were having pocket money. When they are playing football, you go and play the ball. So if you want to play football, you need to do everything that is right so you can play the ball.
true. If someone says, if you go play count, they go beat you out. I can show you a chechon. I call back 3. Near young owner, no, I track a 5.
Maybe this matter, I will tell you this my whole story. My neighborhood used to play just on the corner where Adote used to live. We were playing football, and my mom told me to go and fetch water. I said, no, after, I'm done. 6 o'clock. They will beat me from the house to the tap, and they will beat me from the tap to the house. And we had a big, we call it like a barrel. Yeah, and you use about 12 buckets. Yeah. And my sister has gone, has 6 already. So I need to fill it. And when they touch me one, I'll intentionally go this way to make sure some of the water will pour. I'll end up going for 9 buckets instead of 6. And they'll beat you. From Dunkans to Sunkwa. Sunkwa.
That's where the tap was.
Yes.
Dr. Sunkwa mills them there.
Yeah. That area, from Dunkans to
Sunkwa.
Yeah. They will beat you from the house towards the place and they'll beat you 9 times. So it will change you. I know how to prepare gan kenke, fanti kenke, how to dress the fish. I can cook. And I tell sometimes females, I tell them, you know what, me, I don't change Pampaso, napkin. So the difference between me and you is different. I can clean home, I can cook, I can wash. So the woman, what are you coming to add to my value? Sex. Come on.
I say every day.
Kenke is expensive more than even sex now. Kenke.
But I keep saying that
it's expensive more than even like sex now.
What do you bring on board apart from sex? That's the only thing you bring on board.
Whoa.
But I see the training. This is what everybody needs to have. So I say now we are doing zookeeping and poultry farming. There's no parenting.
Wait, counselor. Doc, back then, mothers were following kids to school with cane. They were beating you along the line. I've seen it. We used to have the Abuso Kayo school. It happens. I mean, parents would be like, go to school. I mean, you couldn't say, I don't feel like going. Yeah, everybody see how.
Don't. That thing will not really
you couldn't even communicate. No. You couldn't talk back.
Like you say, I don't feel like.
No.
That
thing will not really.
It wouldn't come.
I mean, in our days when they say somebody is a bad boy, he are sinning.
Twerk. Even we was at Bonsan Tower
Otahi.
Yeah. I was sent Tawa.
Otahi.
This was the name of marijuana. So now check this out. I think one day I was going to film something with Dr. Nilante. We went to one of the beaches. One of these, I don't want to mention the name. As early, we wanted to get the sunrise. So we got there early, around 5 something. Honestly, for a moment I thought I was not in Ghana. It was a crowd. Everybody wearing white. What I saw was more than 150 on the beach. As for the buildings there, plated there inside. And then there were small lights. I thought it was Christmas lights.
No.
But some of the lights, they bright.
Yeah, Ashani.
And I just started counting like 1, 2, 3, 4. It was like an orchestra.
Yeah.
Boss, I am not an angel, but it shocked me. So I called from my police party this thing be normal or be saying I be Flintstone. He said, this be the one. But see, like for come early small. Then I go see flamethrower.
Ask him about what he sees in the washroom. It's even worse. The washroom.
Oh my God, no, we don't need to get there.
No, ask him about what he sees in the washroom.
Let's watch the washroom. Charlie, it's festive time.
Yeah,
Christmas is just around the corner.
The washroom aspect, sometimes it's very crazy. If you don't have streaks like a cleaners that is stationed at the washrooms, like when it comes to like sex itself, it's habitual, it's nothing. And also that is when they also do exchanging of drugs. So if I'm leaving right away. If I get there, I'll text you and I'll tell you where I've dropped the rest of the wild powder or whatever. And then you will come to the door and I'll tell you knock 2 or 3 times. And I'll not open for anybody apart from you. So when you enter and then I go out and then they'll gather it. And it's just not even guys only. Someone will come, their boyfriend, and they are doing the same thing. Like, it's crazy.
Is this New Jack City or something?
No, like, it sounds like what is happening now. It's more of like it's crazy. If you see those things, for me, I've seen it a lot of times. So I believe it's normal to me, but I don't want to get myself involved because I've seen people that I started growing up with that they started drugs that have ended up very, very bad. So I can see it already where it is, and then where I have been able to push my career to descend myself to that level, I'll feel bad. And I always use this guy, Kiki Jan, as an example. I use him always. When I see people doing drugs, that is the person. Because for people to get into pinnacle of music aspect to get to that stage, it's very, very hard. So if you've had some people that has been there, and then some situation happens, you need to just,
Boss, give us something to inspire us more.
You need to talk about the latest people. What's this in the washroom with the latest people?
Rainbow in the washroom.
Yeah.
We'll save that for another day.
I beg, Charlie, give us something. Where the thing they reach right now. Counselor, when we come back, final words on our program, our conference. Mr. Bolton.
I mean,
What would
I'm
you
in
think?
shock still.
Yeah, Mr. Bolton. It's like it's normal. Do you have any song called "It's Normal"? Yo, man.
So let's go back in time.
Yeah.
I guess now it's time for me to give up. I think it's time. Got a picture of you beside me. Got your lipstick mark still on your coffee cup. No, yeah. Got a fist of pure emotion. Got a head of shattered dreams. Gotta leave it all behind now. Whatever I said or whatever I did, I didn't mean it. I just want you back for good. Want you back for good. Whenever I'm wrong, just tell me the song, I will sing it. You'll be right and understood. Want you back for good.
sometimes they think that you CD they play. Oh. You see, then the thing stop. You want to say, hey, DJ, back again. Mr. Counselor.
Well,
So all this thing they talk, if you be joke or what? If be serious matter with
It's not joke. It's not joke.
it's reality. But I think that the answer is simple. He kept repeating, charity begins at home. Nobody knows how to raise a child until you have a child. But we say it takes a village to raise a child. Gone are the days when you are doing something, you say, Mr. Bolton, you stop because he can reprimand you. But we lost it when Mr. Bolton touched your child and you go with your child to go and warn Mr. Bolton.
the village area.
Yes. So, where we want to raise a child for the nation, we stopped it. One of the days when you don't go to school, they'll come and bring you to the school to be disciplined. I remember my mom was my baba. And it was a straight thing. They just put the blade in the comb. You don't bath. You don't bath.
Abanya can move your tribunal.
Yes. You know, you don't bath for 3 days. You bath, but the hair is not. I can move me. I can go. Would you bath?
Oh no.
We live and believe in it.
Yeah.
And we're sticking to it. And I went to school one day, and a guy said he's a baba. And he collected all of us and started crubbing us. He did the first one, second one. And I was a third.
With whose permission?
Nobody's permission. Then he collected my head, shaved everything, and then he left something here.
Tokyo Joe.
So when he left it, I said, hey, mommy, with me.
Mr. T.
So, yes, Mr.
Mr. T.
Then he
Mr.
was
T.
here.
A team.
So immediately when he did that, see my with me, Mr. T. So when I went back to the middle, I said, Buku, I'm dead. So shave off. So that he shaved off to Sakura. So there's a protocol at home. When I close from school, I come home. The first thing is to go and remove the things on the line. The things they have washed. We wash it. My mother washed every day. Or take the things off the line, fold them with a worm after school. Then the next thing is that take your school uniform off, dry it. If it's Wednesday, you will change it. But if it's Tuesday, you dry it because you want Wednesday and change. Then the next thing is that whatever they've given you for lunch, eat it, do your homework. Sweep the compound, whether it's dirty or not. The next thing at 4 o'clock, set the coal pot with fire. Put water on it. Mommy will be home at 4:15. Whatever she come to cook. So this is the protocol. The next thing is that the sitting room fan, nobody puts it on except mommy and daddy. So the fan in the sitting room, as soon you don't lie in the 3-in-1 chair. And the single chair, that is chair.
Couch.
Yes. It's a chair.
Chair.
Couch.
Okay.
And you're not couch.
You know, divider.
Couch.
Came with a room divider, sorry.
All these things, because the guy has shaved my hair and I came with Sakura, when I got to the sitting room, I put on the fan, first protocol. And I was lying on my books in between, in work. From 1:45 to 4:15. So I was lying down. I had no money.
No, it was a different.
My mother kicked me. No money. Then I came back. Hey,
Hey, stranger.
hey, Kasi.
Stranger.
Obewale. You know those days in our time when you do Sakura,
Yeah, you
are
look
sick.
sick. Yeah.
Along moyo you
You
take.
take.
Now shit. Now I will catch you for comfort. My mother said what? I said, oh, who grabbed your hair? I said, certain guy. Where? School. There I was in Legon. So mother carried me from my house in Utua, Medina. This is a neighborhood here. Came me straight to the guy. The father was a lecturer too. So they took me straight to the house and left me that they should put the hair back on my head. No matter 5:30, no come and miss me. can trap it. Then he left. She left me and went back. I was sitting there, then the guy's father came. Hey, what are you doing here? In my school uniform. Get daddy, please. Opoku, bang my head. And my mother said, you should put it back. Opoku, brah, what are you doing? I said, ma. So Opoku is there, his baba is the mother.
And now he promotes himself to mother status. They catch people.
The father went into the room. I thought he was going to sympathize with me. The beating the man gave me. Opoku's father beat me for allowing my head. Opoku. When they finished, then they brought the Opoku. They said, open your hands. So he opened the two. And the king was going ta 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 ta.
You know what? I just say if Opoku see blade and comb, you go run away.
And then they took me back home. Then called one of the elders, like the community elders. They went to my mother. To my mother, is sorry, whatever it is, they beg. And what I said,
Charlie, the process.
He said, it's okay.
The process.
No, my father will come at 9:30.
Oh, part
So
two.
the main punishment is 9:30. Oh,
the movie self, they show something. Comedies.
comedies, yes.
The real movie.
So I was waiting for my father. So one mother said, it's okay. Go and eat and sleep. And
No.
9:30, the discipline will come. So I was lying down and waiting for 9:30. Then I had palm. And the palm means I really get there.
Show yourself.
When I got to the place,
Who is this?
one hair.
Who are you?
I was taken to school. When I got to campus, headmaster said, Lutrot, are you sick? You see, it was a standard. They brought me to assembly, called Opoku and all the boys, all of us, beat us in front of the whole school for a haircut. Suspended us for 2 weeks, 14 days.
Haircut.
Yes, haircut. And in the 14 days, we'll come in the morning to school, come and weed. We had a backyard, then go back home. Weed, go back home. The worst was when my mother took me to church. Then one of the elders have traveled and come back. I was standing there now. Yarozo! Look at you. Bibi, I was disciplined sad to the next that I never had the pleasure of going to see a baba. My mother kept doing it throughout. One day said to me, but I'm just sharing with you the discipline. And look at the chain. The boy's father gave me, the headmaster gave me, anywhere we go.
The village was working.
So there was no zookeeping and poultry farming. It was pure parenting. The trouble we are going through, the only secret is parenting. The government doesn't have right to parent our children for us. They will build policies. No child has a right. Every child has a responsibility. I was telling my wife the last time, my children have never been sacked from school fees before. It's an experience they have to go through. So I don't pay their fees. And they sack them. And their own was protocol. Our days when they sack you are sure. But this one, when they sack them, they say the first day you sit in the common room. Second day, you come and sit under the tree. Third day, then they give you a note in your bag. Too many processes. And when they went through all the 3 processes. And they came home and they were talking. And the standard in my house, like I learned from my father, you wake up in the morning, they pay your fees, you go and knock daddy's door, ko. And you mention your name, Mimba. Then you go. When you get there, no, you go and do that. Therefore, I don't. Mark or paying fees. Jail town.
It's not the thank you. It is the result of why I paid your fees.
I don't have access to go and tell my father anything. The chain of command was anything you tell my mother, and my mother goes to tell my father. So the communication was between me and my mother, and the communication was between my mother and my father. But now look at where we are. It's gone.
The head is gone.
There's no head.
There's no
because
head.
Your wife don't even recognize you. The children's father, because they are telling their children that don't grow and become like your father. Who's still on radio, say all the nonsense and come home at 12 midnight and nothing. But they are chopping your money. So our problem is parenting. And single parenting is the worst. Well, 25th
Exactly my point.
is Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yesterday's week. Whether you have lost and you are celebrating, you are mourning your loss as an NPP person or you are celebrating as an NDC person. Wednesday, we are celebrating nothing but our normal family conference and the orgasm corner. This year, the orgasm corner, we are teaching the act and the act of sex. ACT and ART. They are not the same. There's an act for sexual intercourse and there's an act for sexual intercourse. When you combine the two, orgasm is achieved.
I don't know why I'm smiling. I don't know why.
Because you are a product of what I just said.
Yeah. It's like a mix, eh?
Yeah. So 25th coming December is happening live at the National Theatre Exhibition Hall. Please come, let's do it together.
Yeah.
It's a families conference. Come, let's learn. And this particular topic is a yearly topic I'm going to do. Single parenting. A question or an answer to our world. Because it's becoming a cliche. Some are happy they had a child and they are alone and they destroy their children. But let me tell anybody listening to me, any woman who takes care of a child alone, when the child grows, they punish you for doing what you're doing to them. Let them know who their father is. As useless, as aimless, as nothing as their fathers are. Connect them to their father and let them make decision that their father is nothing. Most of us grew up to know that they say our father is nothing. But when we grew up now, we realized that there was something. 25th December. But if maybe you want more information and tickets, there are a lot of speakers, but I'm the main speaker because this is my show. 0277 609 644. This is an old number. Everybody has it, including His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Even Joe Mahama has it. Because in
Can we
time
say
of
it again?
trouble,
0277
609
609
644. Yes. 0277 609 644. This is my number.
Please, can you go over the speakers and the one standing in front of you?
Thank you. I know the one standing in front of me is very important to you. Like I tell people every day, if you see a lady like Abna, the way her shape is, naturally I can never have sex with her.
Why?
Because she looks scary to me. Although she's a type of BB's taste, but me, I'm very scared. You see, BB is touching the girl in the paper.
I'm trying to be scared. Sorry.
You are seeing what nobody is seeing.
Just checking. Just checking.
She know he own that.
She was about to know how I said that. So I have Dr. Charlotte Drew, who is a speaker talking to us about how to keep the ambience of the home. Some pillows are smelling, so it makes sexual intercourse very difficult. And you can't even tell your wife that it's a sumi. And people have used their pillow for 7 years. I have lawyer Dr. Eric Odro. He's been 30 years practicing in the United States of America and in Ghana. He's a very good one, lawyer Odro. Lawyer Dakon. And I have dietitian one, the dietitian that we all know, Kofi Odro. Kofi Usu, sorry, is also there. And then I have Dr. Fojo, sleeping disorder. I have a case with women who have 4 children, 5 children. They don't remember the time they had sex, but they have 5 children with their husbands. So they can sleep, and whatever happens sexually, they don't know about it. So there are a lot of people who have sleeping disorder. So we are treating sleeping disorder as a family today. And we have Dr. Boatye, sexually transmitted disease. Is that a good thing or bad thing?
Yeah.
You're confused, eh? That a woman, I don't know if you've slept with a woman. No, you sorry. If somebody have told you they've had sex with a woman who is
This is
sleeping
the first
before,
time hearing
The
of
woman
this.
respond when they are sleeping.
This is the first time hearing of
that
this.
they've never responded. Yes, they say they can't remember when the act happened, but they have 5 children, 4 children. And I had a show in the US, and I have more living testimonies You me damn it. No, I never change. Me feel say you me ada. So we are treating sleeping disorder, and that's coming. Dr. Watson is teaching us through sexually transmitted disease. What do you mean between normal disease and no sexuality? How do you get it? Dr. Labi is a spine specialist. How to take care of your spine for good sexual positions. Some positions are sweet, but they are deadly. Again. Some positions are sweet, but they are deadly, and not deadly to women. All bad sexual positions affect men. For example, never sleep at the edge of the bed and have sex with a woman.
Again.
So, no matter how your bed position is, every time the woman should sleep closer to the wall.
To the wall.
Yes. You should always be at the entrance so that your sexual position should be on the heart. If you are doing a side kick, it should always be this side. Never do it here. Or else you end up with a mouth stroke.
No, stroke. It's okay. In fact, let's just avoid that. Can we avoid the side, the chest?
You can't avoid because it's a position that helps in traction, no matter how the size of the buttocks is.
A position.
But well, like this, you cannot. Like Vicky Hammer's group, you can't do that. Honorable Vicky Hammer, congratulations once again. So, and then we have Amma Mason.
Great is thy faithful.
We have Dr. Amma Mason, who is also there, coming to talk to us about social media and marriage. How effective social media now in marriage. She's from the United Emirates, from Dubai, and she's going to give us a perspective of marriage in that area. So we have two international speakers from US and then from Dubai. And then I have my special MC, my sweet Abna Che Boakye. She's now a star in UTV currently as I'm speaking to you. She's my MC and she's always been my MC for some time now. And then the main speaker, the humble Reverend Doctor, Counselor. I have been in the scene for long. I also not yet met my sexual scandal, even though it's there. It's not been a public notice yet. Because the woman who was caught and brought Jesus for cheating, Jesus said, who has not committed a sin before? Cast the first stone. They all left. And what Jesus say? Where are your accusers? So go. What was her sin? Can you remember? What was her sin?
Knocking. No, it wasn't knocking.
So nobody knows the sin of that woman.
Oh, really?
What was her sin?
I don't know.
Her sin was that she was caught. So go. Sin. If you are not caught, you are not brought. It's going to be fun all the same. 25th December. Let's please be there. 0277 60964. Thank you so much, Bibi. It's been many years, but we're here today.
We should be thanking you.
We will hit it. I mean, nice meeting Mr. Bolton. I heard the name several times, but today meeting you nicely.
Likewise.
Thank you so much.
Likewise.
Thank you so much for bringing us together. And I'm histologist. The Bar Academy,
the Bar Academy, yeah, I like that. Bar Academy.
And then a musician, a humble, quiet musician. Charlie, that's good. I mean, the way you look, you love women, but keep it up. It's good.
Mr. Martin, we've been in before.
What's happening? What should we expect next year? How should we live this life without these surprises coming in our faces?
As for surprises, they will always come.
Yeah.
That is the
Life.
beauty of life. You see, that's what makes life worth living and dying for. So, well, next year is going to be very interesting. Whatever happens, you know.
In the music field?
No, I mean we have more hours to the day now, 24 to use. So we're going to be, so obviously we have to start shift working now. So it shall be well. We'll be productive. We'll be productive. Yeah. We'll be productive.
You'll be giving us our final tune, but before you give us a tune, your last comments.
Okay, so
Maybe just a minute. Let me have the bottle. How did you feel my product? My Macbeth
Oh,
ginger
it's
chips.
powerful,
good, yeah.
very powerful.
This is my product, you know.
Oh, no, my
Very
yeah, I was
powerful.
saying it. Oh,
Yeah, it's I'm sorry. I mean, we
Why do you think I was saying I was
He wanted
in
to
fact,
sniff.
Yeah, the powder.
it's called Macbeth ginger chips.
It's
I mean,
actually
this-
very strong. It's nice.
This is my product I do. It was not in Ghana. I was only selling it in the States. It was only 2019 I started selling it here.
Okay.
So if you're in America, you get it like this.
Ooh.
It's the same thing, but in Ghana, you get it like this.
stuff.
And I just did this.
Really good stuff.
We just give. Not everybody can chew because
So
some people have.
what's the idea with this?
It's the same thing, but it's
But,
just.
so you just
Yes, it's
chew
the
it,
same
okay.
thing that is blended.
okay. No, I thought maybe you mix it or something.
You can use it for anything: cocoa, rice water, even what you took, you can mix it.
Of course, yeah. That'd be nice.
And whatever ginger does is the same thing it's doing. Whatever honey does. So this is ginger and honey baked beyond 100 degrees.
Oh, it's baked. Okay.
Try this.
Baked.
But as you try it, I want to encourage you to get water closer to you. Because once you pour it in your mouth, it will flash straight to your head. It's called Macbeth ginger chips.
It's powerful.
Wow.
Powerful.
Can we do this program again? Same set. Tapateo, the ginger. We'll do the program the 25th again. Boss, Guitar Day. We will play. Man, boss, you were about to talk to us before.
So
You started chewing the ginger. Oh, no, I hear you, Agbene.
Yeah.
You know what? He said, so.
Hello. Macbeth ginger
It's really
chips.
so I'm releasing my EP album next year,
Sweet.
and so I just want everyone to participate and just wait for the album.
Where do we find you? Is there like I can come to Prime Entertainment and find you there, but
Yeah.
if it's not me and somebody else has heard you tonight and wants to
So my handles on social media is just Fifi Bisu.
Fifi
Fifi
Bisu,
Bisu, yeah. So Bisu is like tissue but with a B.
tissue with a B.
Yeah, so Fifi
Bisu,
Bisu, yeah.
tissue with a B. Okay, let me just keep quiet. I'll spoil the whole. I'll just
I
go.
think our tissue is used for.
Yeah, it's to clean when you finish licking the ginger. No, this one is lickable. This was made to be licked.
Yes.
Yeah, the other was made to be chewed.
Yes.
And then this one.
It's made to be licked.
Mmm. Mmm.
Yes.
Hey, but you don't go and lick this and go somewhere else.
It's nice there.
Hey! Before he strings in, Mr. Tapateo will be
Alright,
giving
so
us
what I can
last
say
advice.
It's like, let's stay focused.
Mm-hmm.
We should not just think about government, what is coming to do. We should work on ourselves.
That's right.
Things that we couldn't achieve this year, we should see the wrongs, the rights, and then how to approach it. And then invest in ourselves, educational-wise. Everything that we want to do, we need to have education towards it so we can understand how to approach it and how to really execute it. So that is what I can say for next year. Yeah.
On behalf of the headmaster of the Bar Academy, please, when are your forms coming out if people want to apply to this academy?
For bartenders, that is the Bar Academy, obviously, you don't need to apply. You need to contact any Guinness Ghana agent or like a salesperson to let us know that, okay, you want your bar team to be trained so that they can give good service, how to even serve. Talk to customers very well, customer service, talking about brand knowledge. Also, when it comes to pairing of food and drinks, and then also trying to upsell. All of those things are things that we help bartenders, bar owners, supervisors to understand. Even menu engineering, how you can design your menu to look much more presentable, because some people have menu and it becomes like an inventory, not a menu. So we help out to make sure you clarify things to make your bar much more functionable and also profitable. Wow. So on social media, bartenders, like we have like a Diageo Bar Academy. When you go to www.Diageo Bar Academy, it's there. You can even read on anything about hospitality, spirits, drinks, anything. You can even attain certificates online to testify that you've been able to go through that course. So self-education before we come one-on-one. So obviously, you can go on social media to check that. Yeah.
Mr. Lotte!
Baby.
Yeah.
One thing. Menu engineering.
That sounds.
I never knew it existed, but
Menu
I want to
engineering.
be a menu engineer.
Yeah. In fact, we've put things together. Beetroots, name it. We've mixed things here and there. Menu engineering. You know what? It reminds me of financial engineering.
I shouldn't say that. No, we know the senior prefect of financial engineering. So.
Oh, okay.
God forgive me. Oh, Alote, I beg, when I last episode, where you did? Mr. Producer, I beg, come. Maybe you put this whole thing together. Today, you dressed like Sheikh. Mr. Q, last edition of this one, hey, Jim. Oh, where Kumode? Rastaman, where they? Oh, find a banger program. You are a producer. Come and cut the cake to the from Tapateo to the Fifi to the Mr. Bolton to the Lutrot to the Ni to the Q. Where Gide? Gide go bring come. He go come. To Mr. Guy and the whole party. Christmas is just around the corner.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to all of you who are listening to us. Oye, Merry Christmas to you and for all your help and your support. Congratulations. Merry Christmas to those of you who want to celebrate Christmas. And Merry Christmas to those of you who don't have what to eat at Christmas. But if there's nothing at all, cry for life. And those of you who rush to 31st to be able to enter to 2025, let me advise you, don't think you will die to confess your sins because you will stay alive. Merry Christmas to all of you.
Mr. Bolton. Christmas.
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh.
I don't want to be the Scrooge or the
Grinch.
Grinch. But I don't know. I'm not feeling the Christmas spirit this year.
No, you can't.
It hasn't. I'm not.
He said the same thing.
I'm just not feeling it.
You are different.
It's the Hamatan you're feeling.
No, but have you been to Mokola?
Not recently.
The Christmas is there. Yeah.
But
no,
the
try
traffic.
Mokola.
The traffic.
The traffic tells you.
Well, that's true. Yeah. So well, okay.
So it's there. But because of the change of government, the Christmas is not really Christmas.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
But we will celebrate it, actually.
It is possible to still celebrate.
It's possible.
It is possible. Mr. Alote, Mr. Producer, we are supposed to close.
Let's say thanks to all our audience and our listeners who've listened to us over the period. We'll say thank you. God bless you all. And Merry Christmas. And to the team, Kwanzaa, DJ Gospel, Ni, and to yourself, Mr. Menson, thank you. It's been great working with you. Okay,
You know, say you talk the thing like they can't resign or like they can't close the station again. For a moment, it was like, okay, it is finished. Charlie Boss, give us something make we take.
So, say thank you to all of you and to our guests for coming. It made our show really,
Family.
really great. Tapatio for dedication. Mr. Boating, anytime we call on you, you're always here. Thank you so much. And to Councillor Luchot.
Today, nobody will die.
Why?
Then you say anytime you want to do something with Saboti, somebody they die.
Hey, it's true.
I know what is that.
Let's tell Hamlin, let me check everybody else just to be sure.
And to all our listeners, we say thank you. 2025 is going to be a wonderful year. We'll have more great things planned for you, and just stay tuned and watch out. We'll be taking a break for a couple of days. We'll be back. We'll let you know when we're coming back. We're coming next year with a big bang.
With a big bang.
Cheers.
But we also said we're giving some tickets out. So those who are interested to attend the event,
Yes.
just get connected to Radio Gold.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
we'll get your tickets so that we'll do it together.
Mandela and Co. You have tickets.
Yeah. Abil Mandela says, guys, you dey enjoy for the studio power. Djokovic says, Bibi, you dey fear. By the time you get the ECG go do justice to the cable. Yeah, oh, you are door. And let me see which other one there's. Counselor, where have you been? Abu Mandela. This one says, I used to listen to Good Morning, Mr. President. This is from Saliu. The power station, you would always be the best. From Stella Ado. And Jima says, beautiful. Do you have any more? I'm called Mohammed, watching you live from Savulungu, Northern Region. Great conversation. Hey, Charlie, you're welcome. This one says bless up, and to all of you who have helped make it this good. We'll leave you a man, Mr. Fifi, who will be seen a lot more on this station. God bless, no stress. I'll keep on saying,
Man to man is so unjust. Children, you don't know what to trust. Your worst enemy could be your best friend. And your best friend, your worst enemy. Some will eat and drink with you. And behind just sits upon you. Only your friend knows your secret. So only he will reveal it. And who the cop is, let them worry.
it is possible.
And who the cop is,
Let them worry. It is possible.
I bet you the day. I bet you da-da-da.
Invisible.
I bet you cook.
It's possible.
Like.
It's possible.
Some will hate you, pretend they love you now.
Keep dancing, keep
And
dancing.
behind you, try to eliminate you.
First year, you know, mommy.
Who jobless, no one curse. And
Sissifia.